For 3.5 years, you probably couldn't care less about football. You don't know the offside rule, you don't know the players' names, and you prefer watching movies on weekends. But suddenly, for 1 month every 4 years, something inside your brain completely changes. You transform into an absolute fanatic. You find yourself screaming at the television, crying over missed penalties, and hugging complete strangers in a cafe. Why does this global event have the power to hack our psychology so deeply? Welcome to Aidil Zone. Today we are diving deep into the 7 psychological reasons why the World Cup makes you crazy. The first and most powerful reason is deeply embedded in our evolutionary biology: tribalism. Thousands of years ago, human survival depended entirely on belonging to a group or a tribe. If you were completely alone, you would not survive the winter or a predator attack. Today, we do not hunt mammoths, but our brain still craves that intense feeling of tribal belonging. The World Cup provides a ready-made, globally accepted tribe, your nation. Putting on your country's jersey is the modern equivalent of putting on tribal war paint. It triggers a primal sense of unity that makes you feel safe and connected. The second reason is a phenomenon called emotional contagion. Our brains are equipped with something called mirror neurons. When you see someone smiling, your mirror neurons fire and you feel happy. When you see someone crying, you feel an echo of their sadness. Now imagine this effect multiplied by 50,000 screaming fans in a stadium. Emotions during the World Cup are highly contagious. You literally catch the anxiety, the hope, and the explosion of joy from the crowd, even through a television screen. The third reason is a psychological behavior called basking in reflected glory. Notice how your language changes when your national team wins a match. You don't say, "they won." You automatically say, "we won." Even though you did absolutely nothing but sit on your couch eating chips, your brain absorbs the victory. Your brain releases massive amounts of dopamine, making you feel personally successful and powerful. But what happens when your team loses horribly? This triggers the exact opposite reaction: cutting off. Reflected failure. When the team loses, you suddenly stop saying "we." You complain and say, "they played terribly today," or "the coach made a bad decision." Your ego is incredibly fragile, so it immediately distances itself from the losing team to protect your self-esteem. The fifth point is a phenomenon called de-individuation. In normal daily life, you are deeply aware of social rules, etiquette, and personal reputation. But when you wear a team jersey and stand in a crowd of thousands, you lose your strict individual identity. You become a nameless part of a giant organism. This lowers your personal inhibitions, allowing you to scream, jump, and act completely crazy without feeling embarrassed. Number 6 is catharsis, which is the safe release of strong, pent-up emotions. Modern society forces us to constantly suppress our extreme feelings. You are not allowed to scream at your boss or cry loudly in the supermarket. The World Cup provides a rare, socially acceptable psychological purge. It is a completely safe space to release aggression toward the referee, express intense passion, and openly weep when eliminated. It is therapy disguised as entertainment. The final psychological reason is the scarcity principle. If the World Cup happened every single month, you would quickly stop caring about it. Because it only happens once every 4 years, it triggers an intense fear of missing out. The scarcity forces your brain to assign a massive, urgent value to the event. You watch matches you don't even care about just because you know you won't get another chance for a long time. So, the next time you find yourself screaming at a referee through the television screen, do not feel ridiculous. You are not just watching a game. You are participating in a global psychological ritual. It brings us together, lets us release our hidden stress, and gives us a reason to hope. Are you a victim of World Cup fever? Tell me the craziest thing you have ever done while watching a match in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next Aidil Zone video.